It is about 7 in the morning at the moment. I've been up for the last hour just tending to the fire. I boiled some water for myself and just had a nice hot cup of water. And man, things like that when you're out here, they're so much better than they are anywhere else. So over the night, my decision did come back to bite me a little bit. It is very windy here. My tent came unpegged in a couple of places. I managed to stake them back out from inside the tent, so that's good. On the downside, however, it came unpegged right over here. And you can see that nice little hole that I have in my tent now. And that is from the tent contacting the hot stovepipe, and it just melted it. So, I have duct tape in my car, but not on my person. I don't exactly intend to stay a second night, given that I have this big hole in my tent and no way to repair it. Furthermore, I broke my knife last night whilst batoning some wood. So I believe today will be my second and final day here. That being said, it's pretty warm in the tent right now. Got some warm water, got a nice fire going. I've got my blankets to keep me warm. Just gonna sit here and listen to the wind for a little while. Good morning. I don't exactly know what time it is, but the sun's come up, so that's good. It was pouring rain not long ago, and at the moment it is just drizzling. So we are sitting toasty warm, almost, inside the tent. Here we are. There's the stove. There is the remainder of my focus. There we go, firewood. I have my battery charging pack there. I have my sweatshirt, which managed to soak itself in the middle of the night. So it's sitting over there in the pile of shame. Now this is my backpack. It is currently empty with the exception of a couple of tins of sardines and some oatmeal in the top. Yesterday it was completely full and I was complaining about how heavy it was. There's a good reason for that. The backpack itself weighs several pounds. However, it's a 75-liter bag. So there's a trade-off. Anybody who's gone backcountry camping will understand the struggle of needing to pack just that one more item in a small backpack, and you don't have that problem here. Also, apparently, although I've never used it, it's a lifetime warranty where they will repair anything blah 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 blah. Enough on the backpack. It's just a backpack. So, what all was in it yesterday that made it so bulky? Well, this is it. I brought 2 liters of water. I have my cup that nests in it. I have my Granfors Brooks Scandinavian Forest Axe, which is absolutely fantastic. I have my Bahco Force bow saw, which is 30 inches long. It is a big boy, and it is also fantastic. I would rather have this saw than any folding saw any day of the week. That being said, that's probably because I don't have the money for something like a Silky Katana Boy. So this was $30, this bow saw, Canadian. So, yeah. I also have a little hatchet. Just brought that kind of, have some fun Just was gonna find a dead tree, do some hatchet throwing. It's raining. That's not gonna happen. I also brought my bow and arrow. Now, it is illegal to bring a bow and arrow into a park here in Ontario. That being said, I am not in a park. I am on Crown land where hunting is permitted. And that being said, I do not intend to do any hunting. I brought it strictly for some target practice. Also probably not going to happen because of the rain. I don't have broadheads on my arrows. I have field points. And that's all that was in my backpack, except all of the space was taken up by this. This is, and forgive the camera angle for the moment, this is a Hudson Bay wool blanket. This is the scarlet one. This, as I unfold it, is the iconic stripes. Yeah, these are 100% wool. They are genuine Hudson Bay wool blankets. They are 5 pounds each. Rolled up together, they took up more space than my backpack could realistically allow. However, I just shoved them in there. And that is the majority of the weight and the majority of the space used up in my backpack. Everything else, my water bottles, my axe, my saw, the bow, the arrows, everything else was forced to be on the outside of the backpack because of these. Well, and the stove. One good thing about the stove is that it fits in a backpack. It's very small. It doesn't, you know what, it is radiating a decent amount of heat. It does a good job of keeping a tent at a reasonable living temperature and not too much else. It will not be balmy or hot in here, but you can cook on it, and I'd rather have it than not have it. And that's everything I brought. 4 items and like a blanket. Yeah. Messy. Okay. It's around 11 in the morning. The weather is off and on, not very good. There's supposed to be a storm rolling through tonight that's supposed to last until tomorrow in the afternoon. My initial plan was to leave tomorrow around 8 in the morning. However, I don't want to do that in the middle of a storm. So I'm going to pack up and skadoot. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's wet. going to take this time to reflect on the trip. I got a hole in my tent last night. It's kind of wet, kind of cold. Not sure how I got wet, honestly, but I managed. But I think, I don't know, I had a good time, all in all. I enjoy the canoeing. I enjoy canoeing. That's what I like. Sleeping on the ground, not so much. Carrying the canoe over a hill, not so much. Being cold, oh my god, do I hate that. But I do like canoeing. I like being able to go somewhere with the canoe. Actually traveling with it. And I appreciate that I didn't do a lot of traveling per se, but you know, I got from one place to another place with the canoe, as opposed to just going and putting around a lake. I guess that's why I do this. I like the water. It's calm. It's peaceful. There's something about a canoe. You're really in touch with your surroundings when you're canoeing. I like fast boats too, don't get me wrong. But it's a different experience. When you're in a fast boat, you just want to go fast. And going slowly, you don't enjoy everything. Maybe it's the lack of the engine. Maybe it's because there's no motor on a canoe. The quietness of it, where the loudest thing is your paddle hitting the water. Maybe it's the periodicity of the paddle. Paddle, splush. Paddle, splush. That's soothing to listen to. But I enjoy it. I enjoy canoeing. If I could canoe everywhere, I would. Is that what Venice is like? Can you just have a canoe in Venice? Just, hey, I gotta go to the store. I'm gonna grab the canoe and just go down to the store. Pick up some, I don't know, Venetian eggs. I think those are just regular eggs from a Venetian chicken. Unless the phrase Venetian eggs means something entirely different, but I don't know. I sure as heck ain't gonna Google it though. Hello friends. I hope you can hear me out of the water. I took the canoe up to the highest point I took my backpack all the way across, and now all that's left is to bring you and my life jacket. You know, from carrying the canoe, it sounds silly, but my arms are so tired just from carrying the canoe that I'm having trouble keeping my arm up like this. So I'm gonna stop recording, and I will see you on the other side of this final portage of this cold, wet journey. Okay, over and out for now. Well, it was cut a little bit short. I think the weather forecast may have been wrong because it's clear right now. It's very mild. But you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm off to go sleep in a real bed. Thanks for joining me. Stay warm.